What's up, everybody? This is Rob Schou here with Homes in Southern Maryland, powered by EXP Realty. Today we're going to talk about moving to PAX River Naval Air Station. Alright, so if you're watching this, you probably are PCSing to PAX River Naval Air Station, or maybe you got a contractor job or just a civilian government job and you're moving down to PAX River. So we're going to go over kind of an idea of what you can expect when you move down to this area. But before we start, if this is your first time on the channel and you like this content and you want to get more content like it, make sure you click the subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content. Honestly, we love helping people out when they move down here. So if you have any problems or you need any help, just go ahead and use that contact information you see and we'll get back to you. Alright, so let's go and get started. Before I kind of go over what to expect when you move here, let me give you a little background on PAX River. So PAX River was chosen because of its proximity to Washington, D.C. Now, it was chosen all the way back in 1942, and in 1942, it was the Cedar Point Farm. The U.S. government broke ground in 1942, and in 1943, the base was commissioned, and it really became the PAX River Naval Air Station. It has grown a lot throughout the years, but the biggest growth came in the mid-90s with some base closures and realignments that happened. And it brought a lot more divisions to PAX River, one of the biggest being Nav Air. Current day, we have 35,000 people working at or with PAX River in this St. Mary's County, St. Mary's County area. Now, those are active duty, there are civilian government employees, and there are also those contractors, DoD contractors that support the area. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the housing around Patuxent River Naval Air Station. Now, you may be moving here and looking at military housing. Military housing is done through Liberty Military Housing. I'm showing the website right now, and you can see that there's 6 different options. 3 of them are off base, 3 of them are on base, and it all depends on your different rank and all that kind of stuff. So it'd be best to reach out to the person in charge of your orders and who you're working with when you're moving here to see what steps you need to go through to make sure that you get in where you want to be or get on the wait list to where you want to be. Now, if you're looking in our local housing market, I'd be happy to kind of point you in the right direction, but we really do have a variety of different houses for you and different settings for you. So it really kind of depends on what you want in a house. If you're someone that loves a neighborhood, there are tons of neighborhoods for families and stuff like that. But if you want to be kind of out in the sticks, out in the country, or even on the water, we have tons of opportunities to live in areas like that. What I would suggest is one of the great videos that I've done is the top 3 towns in St. Mary's County, and I've linked that right here above. You can also contact me, and I'd be happy to go on a kind of before you move down tour of just the different area. And we don't even have to look at houses when you're down here. We can just drive around and you get a feel for the different house or the different areas, so you get a feel of where you do want to buy a house and where you do want to live. Because you may think that you want to live in the country, you may think you want to live in the sticks, but then when you start realizing that everything is a half hour away, including restaurants and sports leagues and all that kind of stuff, you might realize you want to live closer to like a town center like Leonardtown or California, Maryland. So I really recommend, if you're looking to move down here, come on down before you move down. Let's go drive around. Let's go see the different areas so you can get a feel of where you want to be with your family. And then we can start talking about specific neighborhoods and specific houses and stuff like that. So the third thing you're probably thinking about, especially if you have a family, are the schools in St. Mary's County. Now, St. Mary's County is its own big school district. We don't have smaller school districts like other areas do. So there's 20 elementary schools, there are 5 different middle schools, and there are 3 different high schools. The county school system as a whole is really great. I've broke down the top 6 elementary schools based on a few different metrics available online, and I've linked that video right at the top there. I really recommend watching that, because not only does it go over those top 6 schools, top 6 elementary schools, it also talks about the neighborhoods that are kind of around there and the different areas that you could choose to live if you wanted your child to attend those schools. So that's a really great video to kind of get that background information and can help guide our tour when we meet up, when you're kind of looking to come down here. There are some private schools as well. King's Christian Academy is the one that comes to mind first for me. It's a K through 12 school located in Callaway, Maryland. But there's also a private high school with that's called Riken. And there's a lot of other smaller private elementary schools around in the area too that I'd be happy to help with if you had any questions about those. The last thing we're going to talk about is kind of the things to do around PAX River. Now, the biggest attraction when you're coming to PAX River, in my opinion, are the outdoor activities, especially the water sports. When you get down here, if you don't have a boat, you're going to want to buy a boat because there's so many opportunities to go out and enjoy. There's the Patuxent River, there's the Potomac River, there's all types of little creeks and the Chesapeake Bay that you can easily get out and go have fun tubing, skiing, fishing, crabbing, or just even sunset watching, sunset rising if you're an early riser. Or go and explore on a beach and stuff like that. Like the water here is just something that I know a lot of locals enjoy and I enjoy too. Now there's other things to do if you're not an outside person, you're not a water person. We have a really nice new movie theater. There's lots of good chain restaurants. There's lots of good chain shopping like Target and Walmart and stuff like that. But if you're not into those kind of chain things, there's also downtown Leonardtown, which is our small little downtown area that has some really cool little local shops. A lot of local artists are around there that you can go walk in and see their work and buy their work. And then there's some cool local restaurants. I did a video on my 10 top restaurants, and some of those restaurants that I list in there are located in Leonardtown. So take a look at that if you're looking for a good place to eat or just something to go out and do. So those are the things that I would say you would need to know when you're moving to PAX River, when you're moving to the area around PAX River. If you have any questions or need any help when making your decision, don't hesitate to use that contact information I got below right now, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. If this content was helpful and you want to get some more, make sure you subscribe using that little subscribe button. Click the little bell so you're notified every single time new content comes out. Hope you all have a great day and see you later.